Sounds like a good time. Let's go. Migrates
Good old
effect.
Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Oh, everyone kind of goes towards the long rifle plus assault, or the long guns. Basically a long range and an assault variant. They're always, it's like Skyrim using the sneak bow. It's like one of the safest and easiest things to do. So it's easy to gravitate towards that. I'm sure you can use whatever you want, you know, but just use assault. Power and melee doesn't synergize well. 2DD. Yeah, I can see that. You hate handguns in all games. Bypass. This isn't even stealing because this place is abandoned. Ooh. Take all the things. It's not even stealing. This is just reclamation. Yeah. Hey, dead guy. You're not gonna need that stuff anymore. That doesn't open. Okay. That building also doesn't open. Okay, next. Hang on. Is that an explosive there? Is that just part of the step? Just part of the step. I'm so used to those yellow landmines. Liberation, yeah. Reclamation's not quite the right word. I don't know. It could work. Resident, are you alive or are you dead? Aw, he's dead. But he had a little... Either that was a pet sprat, or the sprat was trying to eat him in his sleep and also died. Neither would surprise me, honestly. It's not stealing because he's dead. Melee, when I was playing around with it, did feel a little bit clunky. Like you said, it doesn't really mesh very well with the time dilation. But also, it's just not... I don't know. It's like Melee in Skyrim or something. It's there, and you can do everything as it, but it just feels a little lackluster. There's not a lot of mechanics to the Melee. I want a pet sprat. Alright, let's go in the left side buildings now. I'm going to start on the far side so I don't forget where I've been. If it'll let me go in here. Evicted. Okay. This looks a little bit similar to the place on Terra 2, which makes sense. Place on Terra 2. But specifically the greenhouse. What weapon is this sniper rifle? Let me double check. It is the Deadeye assault rifle. Oh, I didn't check the vermin we picked up. The vermin. Officer spine. Toss ball blocker. So, yeah, using Deadeye assault rifle. All the way over there to kill you. Do it from right here. Yeah. Sniping is efficient. How you doing, Greatest Beard? Welcome back. Rwanti, how's it going? How you doing, Rwanti? Sniper, did you have to attach something? It already had decent range. I did make an attachment to improve the range, but yeah, it was already kind of sniperish. How's Fallout space? It's good. It's good. A nice hat. This is what my wife sent me a picture of, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Leadership +5, persuasion +7. Simple, classic, time-honored. The top hat. The most venerable of all. You remember our... No. Now available from... Jolacure? I don't know. Opulent and imperial. Gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. What's going on with my mouse? What's crap? Did you see that? I spent all my years in that rumor shadowed mansion, fattened by decadence and luxury, till I began to tire of conventional extravagance. I'm gonna remember that opening to Darkest Dungeon for my entire life. You know? Hopefully there's gonna be a nice monologue in Darkest Dungeon 2 for me to memorize. Walk the doggo. Alrighty. Okay. Channel? Seems like an age ago.
Only things you'll find in the ruins are liable to shoot you
For
or
sure.
eat you.
The poor miller. Thrice a victim. Behold, the infinite malignity of the stars. Yeah. Man, I can't wait for the second one. Yeah, most of you guys found the channel through Darkest Dungeon. Got some plain water, some whatever that was. Purple berry crunch or whatever. No, that was a drink. Okay. I think there's something on my mouse pad or something. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Something you got there? Thanks, Nath. A really nice something you got there. You can use that compliment to anyone. And then whatever they immediately go after to say thanks about, you know that's whatever their most prized possession is, I guess. Hey, Edgar.
What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I'm getting real bad fight or flight right now. Watch your step. People ain't this friendly outside city walls.
In my experience, any stranger this friendly either wants to rob and airlock you or sell you something.
Nonsense. Out here in the wilderness, we welcome all who come to our door. Now come in, make yourselves comfortable.
No, exclamation man. It's just the first three letters. Came just before Color Madness dropped. And the 4X party comp hilarity. Oh man. That's when Gruntwork came too, because Gruntwork was saying, he was like, Color Madness is out. Why is this guy not doing it anymore? I'm gonna go see what's wrong with him. Everyone else in the category is doing endless mode. Why isn't he still doing it? And he just never left. For a man named Braxton, he says he came by here. I think it's funny it says and still going.
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The Raptidons and Marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner?
Some say they're still dodging and riposting to this day. You sure you haven't seen Braxton? I heard he was delivering medicine to you. Yeah, I'm gonna ask that, because for all I know, they're gonna have us for dinner, literally.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
Something ain't right about this.
Yeah, I mean, that comp was so crazy before they nerfed it. It was unreal.
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't rush a fine meal.
Meatloaf for dinner again? They locked the door behind us? Why is the door locked there, Edgar?
Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner.
So there's a rumor that cannibals live on this planet. He definitely looks like a cannibal clown type.
I do appreciate your patience. I'd hate to serve company with anything but the best, though.
I think so, Pones.
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner?
Actually, I'm looking for a man named Braxton.
Sorry, I'm not real good with, names.
You're a few rungs short of a ladder, aren't you? Something wrong?
It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip. Other times it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before?
Can you lift up your old cap there? Let me see if you're maybe missing a part of your skull. Maybe someone's been cooking your brain in front of you and eating it. Maybe I can help you.
That's nice of you.
Found Rix's
I
people.
usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
Mama said. Mama's wrong again. Martha Mather? I think that's Eminem's mother's name.
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
I think the ones here are like that on purpose, Pythons. There's definitely been a lot more facial movement and eye movement and talking with hands on some other characters. Very handleable of you. Rakeslandia. If you're so eager for company, why live all the way out here? Hope you're not going to preach at me all night. Yeah, why are you living way out here?
The Eternal does not desire that we huddle and hide, crowded in by walls. We all share the spark of the divine, and we were made to spread it across the stars. Out here, we are free. And even apart from society, the universe provides for us, as your being here proves.
By the way, Python, Wonko, welcome in. How you doing, Wonko? Look at that unibrow, though. What do you mean by that?
Just that your presence here is a gift to us, and one that we don't take.
What do you mean by that?
Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
What gravy? Excuse me, ma'am. I see nothing. Something's going on here. We're scratching at Lizzie. Another one in there. Tweakers.
Shh.
I think I can hack. Oh. I can just leave the house now. Watch my Tinder bits. Put it in a stew. That's good advice. I'll watch my Tinder bits and my tough bits both equally. Starring Edith. This is pretty detailed. They have a palm reading, what should you call it? Guide or something. I'll steal all.
That's against regulation.
I didn't.
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
Nothing. I was just looking around.
Liar. You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you?
What's a rocket candy?
The ones that come in a bottle
worries,
with a
Bones.
rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring.
What other man?
I'm not telling you.
Braxton?
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing at all.
Carry on.
Anything else to say?
Spacer's choice pills, they cure all your ills. Spacer's choice pills, they cure all your ills.
Man. Come up with some great taglines. Like, Obsidian must have hired, like, the Hot Pocket guys. So far, I haven't noticed any, like, you know, human leather coats. Like skull ashtrays. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Quick, someone ban count me out forever for bringing that back into my life. Huh. A room full of blood, huh?
I've seen and made my share of corpses, but this is downright unsettling.
We got a skillet.
Rotten assholes. Ain't enough that the raps eat everyone? Now people are doing it too?
Count me out goes, you go. Well, I see how it is. Pick up supper time. Hang on. Supper time. Don't play with your food. Actually, can't leave Phoenix. Braxton Hecht's work ID. That's supposed to be like Braxton Hicks, you know? Name Braxton Hecht. Supervisor Velma Ballard. Position Chief Pescatological Health Manager MSI. If lost, please return to Velma Ballard or current supervisor of MSI Fishery Operations in South Bay. They ate his head, his left leg, and his right arm. Hey, Bard. Hey, Rakes, welcome back. We found your house. Cannibalistic. Put a note to him. His ID. World, you'd now have a debuff. That's true. Please tell me you didn't hurt these poor folk. What happened to Braxton? These people cannibalized him. They're on drugs, though.
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
Rox, this has happened to end badly. Yeah, it's one of my better qualities. The murdering cannibal accuses me of being nosy. I'm gonna call him a murdering cannibal. See what he says. So I have a harsh life. They didn't do anything wrong. They killed a man.
Quickly, my dear. He's getting agitated. We can't let the meat spoil.
Don't worry. We'll make this quick.
We sure will. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, Nayoko. I forgot. I'm not used to you being on my team. I was like, that doesn't look like, she's dead. That doesn't look like part of a shooter. They attacked me first, you call me a monster.
They deserve to die so clean.
Gotta admit, killing them felt real good.
Yeah. See, Ellie liked it. Hannibal Lecter's mom. Well, they turned into a pile of ash. Loot the rest of her stuff. I already looted it all. I didn't realize we were going to end up killing them. They turned into ash. Hey, we got some purple candy from Lizzie. You monster. They were murderers. The Hag family. Pretty sure I stole everything. Yeah. Go finish the lunch. Go eat the rest of Braxton. Into the pots. Alright. One group of cannibals defeated. Sorry, Ricks. They did it out of necessity? No, they could have just moved into town. They could have eaten the lizards. I don't want to jump down from here. Was there anywhere? Should have cooked and eaten them. They're all ash. Their ashes probably don't taste that great. You'd rather eat human than those lizards? What? I don't know. They probably taste like alligator. Alligator's pretty good. Cook their ashes into cake. Use it as flour. Like grinding bones. Only it's already pre-ground. Speak with Velma. Speak with the information broker at Devil's Peak. Investigate. Let's see. Convince Velma. Blah, blah. Look for Tucker. Sure. They're ash. We already technically cooked them. Good point. Do you want to try Gator? It's good. I've had it twice. From what I understand, though, it's a really, like, finicky meat to cook. And it can turn out tasting, like, really gross. Probably like most things, you know, but apparently especially alligator. Both times I had it was really good. Say buttery chicken? Yeah, if it's made right. You can overcook it easily, and you can undercook it too, right? Like if you don't cook off the fat, and it'll taste really, from what I understand, it'll taste really like gamey and fishy, which is a combo you probably don't want.
There, don't mess with us.
I need to be able to turn my back to you.
You've had shark? I've never had shark. Gamey and fishy sounds interesting. That's if it's undercooked, from what I understand. I've never had it undercooked, but shark meat's so good. Killing all the critters, yeah. Before they kill me. The survival of the fittest. I evolved with thumbs so that I could create weapons, and you know that's what I have. Ever had baby seal? No, I've never went seal clubbing. I'm gonna follow the tracks actually. Instead of going through the wild.
Watch your feet.
Fish had more
Pools don't just stink.
beef-like texture. Really? That's weird. Are you guys marauders? You were marauders. Ellie, move. Oh, where'd you come from? Caused too much noise. Whoops. I was wondering like how that guy was hitting me. It wasn't him. Steakhouse here. Go to your birthday. Serve gator bites, kind of popcorn chicken. Serve it with a horseradish dipping sauce. Both times I had it, I was a little kid, and it was almost like chicken fingers, right? It was made kind of like chicken fries, but with alligator tail meat. It was good. I had a rattlesnake once. It's pretty good. I've never had that either. All right. Let's just finish out the long guns. Okay. I'd also like to get let's see, persuasion. At 60, minus 50% armor on a cower. Attack at their normal speed. Yeah, let's go with dialogue. I'm gonna get this up to the next. It's almost there. Yeah, but you really like rabbit. We ate rabbit a lot when I was a kid. Quite a bit. It's the best way to cook alligator meat in a... I can see it. Got timed out too fast. In a what? Was it in a crock pot? Sorry. Crock pot. Yeah, there we go. Crocodile and alligators are two different things. I'm sorry. Alright. It's into dialogue skills. When no one's in our party. Health restore per kill. I might do that one now. 20% additional movement speed during time dilation. Extra armor. I'll just do the health per kill. Why not? It's good in most games. We're not taking a lot of damage, but it doesn't work if you say gator pot. It's true. Gator pot. Hunting rifle ultra, is that what it said? Ultra. Has an extended sight. It's always hunting season when you are armed with a TNL hunting rifle. Don't put your toes in there. Ioka said not to. It'd burn them right off. They have some nice signage up. It's high quality, high tech. The taste of freedom. Okay, sell our junk. What else are we gonna sell? I need to go through those sometime. It doesn't seem like we have really needed the buffs from the food on this difficulty. I'm sure it'd make things easier, you know, but it's not been bad in general so far, so. Can't sell that top hat. Just can't do it. Spine, hunting rifle ultra, sell that. The vermin, it's named, can't sell it. You know. Supper time. Can't sell that either.
I'll keep it down.
Here they come.
You got it. Don't mess with us.
Whoa. Don't grin at me. I just shot you in your crotch, lady. On accident. But still. And she looks down and smirks. I'm not sure what that means. She jumped out right in front of me. It wasn't my fault. I kind of want to go up there. I'm sure we'll go up there at some point. Let's go, let's continue on with the quest for now. Any more cannibals? No, this isn't stealing, so no one lives here. That's how you can tell. Riot control armor. Plasma carbine. Those are good too. And they count as long rifles. Let's get some real high damage. They use up a lot of ammo, but this game isn't stingy with ammo at all, or money. What is this? Sealed. Bet you we'll be back here. Maybe. Has Obsidian mentioned anything about doing DLC or expansion in general to this game? You weren't robbing everything you could find? That's true. It's true. Raptidon meat. Aw. Look at the poor little sprats. What we got here? Flamethrower. For when you want to kill and cook something on the go. No DLC, but be surprised. Yeah, I know there wasn't yet, but I was wondering if they talked about it. So I haven't talked about it yet. Or haven't let anyone know yet. Kaboom.
Take him down.
Excuse me, can you get out from behind that box so I can shoot you in the head? Oh, thanks. That plant has a hitbox on it? Interesting. Haven't talked about doing it yet. Be nice if they do. My wife thinks she's getting to the end of the game. She's sad. She's telling me after dinner, she's like, I'm pretty sure I'm right at the end of the game, and it makes me sad. It's like, I know how you feel. When I knew we were about to beat God of War, I was like, no, I don't want to finish. God of War was so good. Amber Heights Crossroads. Okay. Amber Heights. So, some people in the town have some PTSD about the events that occurred here. So, how bad could it be? You can actually sneak back here. Oh, we found the limits. Hey, Yukine, welcome back. How do you, Yukine? So, this place can't go in, huh? Okay. The fabulous Fraser Bros of the Hammersmith Thunder. No, this place looks fine. It's great. Why are you staring at me like that, Rose?
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please, take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting. We're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
Yeah, I hate invisible walls too. Yeah, I like that too. It's annoying when you find... There wasn't much like that in Sekiro, but there was a few places. I don't know if you remember, when we were playing through Sekiro, the one invisible wall that I remember was when we were in that lake, and there was a part of the lake that you just couldn't swim by, and there was no reason. The water kept going, but you were like, you hit that invisible wall, and it's like Rhyme, also not included. Your bathroom pipes keep freezing. I haven't played Rhyme yet. It seems like a pretty interesting one, because usually you're fighting to try to keep things from getting too warm, and Rhyme, it's going to be the opposite. Who are the iconoclasts?
Why, we're the only free people in
Are
Halcyon.
you liking it so far, Yukine?
No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
No problems? What about Raptidons or Marauders?
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
One big happy family, huh?
That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but
Yeah,
they're
for
more
sure,
like
Pumps.
examples. We all ought to be more like them.
Tell me about Graham.
Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying.
Is his last name Hubbard by chance? Tell me about Zora.
Well, she's been with us since the beginning.
Philosophism, yeah.
I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you.
Okay. Why are you out here and not in Stellar Bay?
Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes.
Definitely a different order on research machinery. We're on generating heat so your farms don't freeze. Alright, we're gonna find the leaders.
Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door.
Got it. Hey, before I go, I'm looking for a Tucker. Have you seen him?
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
His mama said, don't let those iconoclast creeps get a hold of Tucker. Supplies. That's exactly where he is, of course.
Welcome to the Emporium. I'm Bronson.
Emporium, huh? I'm Adam. You run a store out here?
It ain't really a store. Think of me more like a quartermaster, and a chef, and a handyman, and whatever else we need.
You like this quest? A quartermaster for the iconoclasts?
We gotta eat. Eating means hunting. Hunting means armaments. We used to let people take what they will, but then some idiot shot some other idiot over cards. So Zora set up a system. You fuck up, you don't get to buy gear. You play nice, you do.
Anything you need help with?
Yeah, plenty. If you're the type to fix a thing or two, I've got a couple reports I need to follow up on. The pipes up on Milton's house burst. Someone needs to shut them off. Then there are the cables outside the bar. A sprat chewed through them, and now they're spitting lightning. Then there's the old guardhouse, outside town on the way to the old Bayside Terrace.
I didn't sign up to be
Someone needs
maintenance.
to reset the comms breaker there.
Things are really falling apart.
That's one way to look at it. Another is, those are the only things in this whole fucking town that are broke. Maybe we appreciate that.
Well, alright then. Good point.
I ought to tell you, most of these systems are routed through one of our terminals. You might be able to handle some of them remotely if you know your way around a computer. We sent Milton out to check on the comms tower a while ago. Ain't heard back. I'd wager he got 8.
Where's the terminal?
Up the hill. It's right on the cliff's edge.
Alright. Bet he got 8. He got 8. They say.
Get a whiff of that sweet sulfur air.
Says the guy that's sitting here in a face mask. These guys don't need that necklace.
Shoot! What do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
Just don't let me see you here again.
Get 8. They all got 8. Alright.
I ought to mention, the iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Maybe I should put this down.
Hey,
Hey, nice mask. Look like it could fit right in as a maybe a sand person. Walk single file through a desert. Make some screechy noises. Shoot at an old man.
What a bunch of junk. Nothing useful in this whole lot.
See back here? Surprisingly, no. You're just thinking that? Sand people. Nervous? Oh, would me putting my weapon down? Yeah. Yoink. Double yoink. Triple yoink.
This armor itches something awful. Oh, Zora said it.
This is Huxley's terminal. Stay out. That means you. If we have 55 hacking, we could repair it. God, maybe I should put more in hacking in. We have 50 baseline hack. It's not that far off. Due to external damage, this device can no longer store more than 4 logs. Please contact your assigned terminal engineer to replace the storage device. Currently available entries 1 through 4. Oh, this is the longest text we've seen. Graham taught me how to medicate today. You close your eyes and you breathe in real deep and try not to cough. Then you just listen to yourself. You know how sometimes you'll be hiding from a mantiqueen and you're trying to be quiet, so you focus real hard on your breathing? You can hear your heartbeat. You think, how can this mantiqueen not even hear me? And all of a sudden, you have a sneeze, and it reminds you of that time when you were coming back with a delivery. And as you were putting it on Zora's table, you sneezed and it slipped and a bunch of things broke. Meditating is like that. Well, you're supposed to think of things, or these things on purpose. Graham calls it, I don't remember what he calls it, Reco something. He says it's your own eternal truth bubbling up in the surface. The things you remember are what you're supposed to focus on and try and improve. When we meditated, I mostly remembered that sitting on rocks hurts. Maybe I'm supposed to toughen up my tailbone. Lots about wombat excrements. It's true. Zora's really smart, but you know what? Sometimes she can be such a jerk. I was supposed to get some info for her from Cascadia, but I couldn't find a way over without going through Marauders. So I gave up and stopped in at Fallbrook to pick up some supplies instead. While I was there, Chastity dropped in for a few games of whist. She's so cool. She's always playing games there. When I lose bits, I get really upset. Don't have much, so losing when I have, it hurts, you know? But Chastity can drop thousands on a single game, and she's fine. Well, sometimes she drinks a bit, slams the table, and storms out, but still, mostly she's cool about it. I admire that. Anyway, when I got back, Zora yelled at me because I was a little late. Something about medicine not getting here fast enough. Sigh. Graham just said to try not to lose track of time on my next run, and I promised I would. See, that's how you teach someone. Don't gotta yell and make them feel bad. Play whist in the future? I guess so. Today, Zora gave me permission to buy ammunition from Bronson. I don't think I want to, but she said I should just in case. But guns are really loud. I'd rather just run away than shoot. Still, I'm kind of proud. Zora said it was like a promotion for something found in the wilderness. I think it's a code for a door, but I'm not sure why it's important. Can't even get near the place without getting attacked. Asked her what a promotion is, and she smiled in a really sad way and told me I shouldn't worry about it. How you doing, Fluffkins? This will be my last entry. Sorry, diary. You've been a good listener, but our time has come to an end. This terminal was making a horrible beeping noise yesterday. Someone smashed it while I was out. Now I can't save more diaries. Milton can't fix it, and plus he says I should stop coming into his house to write when he's not around. Whoever smashed poor terminal, if you're reading this, suck sulfur. How's it going, Fluffkins? She just goes to someone else's house and writes a diary on their computer. Not even password protected or anything. Seems like a good idea. Alright, what's back here? Go out, get some drinks or not? Oh, I'm so tired tonight. My daughter stayed home from school because she was sick, or well, I had to go pick her up.
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
That's just the way of it. We gotta earn our keep out here.
That don't mean we ought to be following her into the jaws of a man.
At the moment, we might be in a bit. Everyone's sick, yeah, I know.
Stringy bastard. Good thing Zora needs tendons.
Alonko is dead. So young. Sorry, Wonko. What's back here? Adreno. They don't need that. God, we have 84. When's the last time we needed a heal in combat? So Zora should be in here. Zora Magdaros, I believe is the name. Flexes with focus. Is that your, like, Native American name? Like, plays with squirrels. Flexes with focus. Current patients, Ezekiel. Manti-infested. Tried antibioticals, no effect. Alcohol poisoning, no effect. Acid drip, no effect. Current status no longer with us. Hi, Reezy, welcome in. Plays with squirrels? No, that's from Boy Meets World. Plays with squirrels. The older brother's Native American name he came up with was Plays with Squirrels. Current status no longer with us. Ronnie, fractured ankle, left. Current status splinted, reset, recovering. Ivers, multiple bullet wounds, chest, arm, leg. Current status no longer bleeding out, but a couple of shells still remain. Recovery unlikely. Milson, acid burns to the face, hand, and arm. Current status, ointments causes a lot of booze. Your dad would probably be scowls all day. Scowls all day. That's right. Scowls all day long. Is that how their face permanently is now, too? Okay. Is there a way in up here? Reads too much. Sealed. For now. Anything else back here? Nope. All right. Eats with shovel. Drink efficiently. Welcome relief. Glacial age water. Drink efficiently.
A manta queen.
Yeah, we felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Oys are. They never showed.
Shed beer.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company.
I ain't dropping no Eve, sir. Honest.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one.
Fluff can
If
see
you're
with the
looking
bits.
for a teacher, I am one.
Thank you, Fluffkins.
Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
What do you teach?
The truth that I have come to learn and embrace since shedding the corporate yoke. Out here, we survive by the sheer strength of our spirit. We have no need for the endless rules and red tape of a corporate structure.
We do seem to burn through endless ammunition and medical tape, though.
Yes, well, such is life. Our descendants will enjoy safety and luxury, but our generation is the foundation on which that future is built. Now, why have you come?
You're heating up the car, Fluffkins. Decided to go. Wait on your stupid laundry to dry. I know how that feels. Just looking for ways to help the people here. Anything you need doing? I want to know more about your teachings. Tell me about the Iconoclast. Let's learn about the Iconoclast. We don't really know exactly what their beliefs are.
The Iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all
which
petals
are
on the same flower of enlightenment. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate ladder. We seek to replace their way of life with ours. Philosophism is the key to unlocking their
Philosophism. Fluffkins, thank you for the 20 bits, and Squared, thank you for the 10 bits. We're just back to being stingy. Here's some some bits. Thank you, Squared. Thank you, Fluffkins. It all adds up. Pun partially intended. Dangerous to let anarchy run rampant. What I've seen, I have to agree, anarchy would be better. Is this why the board has cordoned off Monarch? I'm going to say it's dangerous to let pure anarchy run rampant. Number 1.
This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that the board's structure is killing
every bit
the colony.
Counts.
Ours will
it
not.
all adds up.
All right.
Let's learn more about your teachings there, guy. Easy thing for the lurk.
Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. What would you like to know?
Please ban you. Hear the word eternal thrown around a lot. What is it? What do you mean by an awakening? Do you believe in a creator? Yeah, let's just go in order. Eternal.
The eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms.
It's very Sagan of you.
Divinity is in us all, and the eternal is that divinity.
We are the universe experiencing itself. Even OSI are their members similarly divine.
Everyone.
regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplating its own existence.
What do you mean by an awakening?
The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth. Every philosophist experiences it along the path to enlightenment. For many, it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth of that moment. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI, just like the overlords before him.
You think he's nuts? Kill him? No. So Sanjar betrayed you. You turned to your religion, and now here we are. His workers enjoy much more freedom than those of the board. That's true. Brush to death. I don't believe any of this. I'll go number 2. I mean, the workers back in the town here have a lot of freedom too. I mean, they can even just like miss work whenever they want to, but they're not out in the wilderness dying to mantas or whatever. I'll see what he says in number 2.
Their leashes may be longer, but their collars are just as tight.
Do you believe in a creator?
Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions a flute. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe itself created all living things.
It's an interesting philosophy. Right, but what started it all?
Questions like these are distractions. It doesn't matter whether an entity sparked the universe or not. Only by pursuing the eternal truth will we
find Falcons, be safe.
And other answers.
All right.
All right.
He said all right after me. Weird. Heard people mention an Amber Heights massacre. Yeah, that's what I was expecting when we came in here.
I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not speak of it. That was a painful day for us all.
I can only imagine.
It's fine. Perhaps someday I'll be strong enough to recall that tragedy, but today is not that day. Why have you come?
Have some questions for you.
All right.
Oh, that was all of them.
Why have you come?
Just looking for ways to help the people here. Anything need doing?
A great many things, in fact.
Something need doing?
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
Why?
I have always dreamed of subverting the colony's periodicals and turning the board's own propaganda against them. If I could get my message directly in the hands of Byzantium citizens, I'm sure they'd recognize the truth. Will you aid us in our cause?
Am I gonna help him spread his belief? Oh my god, my wife dropped off a new bowl of Halloween gummies. This is not safe. Look at this. I just now noticed them. She's not even in here. She's laying down because she's still sick. There's like 3 more pounds of gummies. You know what? Sure.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which...
No, I brushed my teeth.
Where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Wait, where is Huxley?
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
Can we go my stomach? Good noodling later. Don't share. No, I'm not gonna go to the dentist. I'm good. I brush my teeth like 3 times a day. MSI supplies you?
One of our sympathizers. A woman named Carlotta periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
Where are the supplies?
She meets us
Here,
in the
Jamie.
road of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
All right.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham,
Good idea.
if you need me, I'll be in triage.
All right. Let's see if he has any more options now. We got like quest dialogue with him.
I can smell you're having fun.
He knows her. Okay. We'll go next door and talk to Zora now. There's no door? How am I supposed to rob you blind? Access files on the Halcyon colony. Oh, this is long. Or lots of them anyway. Number 1, the board's lies. The board vastly overestimates their authority and grasps on power. Without the Earth Directorate's military might to back them up, they would not be able to maintain their life-draining grip on the colony's throat. They spread lies and misinformation to confuse and oppress the masses. Perhaps that's one of the reasons they have not allowed any colony ships since the Hope's disappearance. They've had 70 years to condition their good little workers to follow their directives. Unquestioningly, excuse me, their lies become more and more transparent as the years pass and will soon be too obvious for even the most deluded colonists to see. The oppression must end. A man from Byzantium told us of an acquaintance who had been arrested for carrying philosophist texts, not teachings, not evangelizing, just carrying. They oppress any truth that threatens their corrupt stature. Is this what we want? Do we want to live in a society where we can be sent to Tartarus for our beliefs? No. Their workers' minds are poisoned, their will shackled, their dreams hamstrung. This can stand no longer. We must tear this entire regime down. The dangers of corporate society. I hope to someday publish a greater work in which I can more expansively lay out what is so clear to me that our society's obsession with a corporate-run life has stifled and crippled humanity's ability to grow. Alas, for now, I can only collect my scattered thoughts into this barely functional machine. In my younger and more vulnerable days, I bought into the attraction of a corporate ladder, a measured, quantifiable way with which to judge oneself against one's peers, provided motivation, meaning. Yet my spirit longed for more than just a paycheck. It yearned to reach out and connect with my fellow man. It sought a connection. It sought kin. It sought a familial unit. The corporations claim they are that familial unit. They treat us like pets. We beg for scraps at the table. If they are so kind as to drop one, we praise the ground they tread on, while they usher us into kennels called homes. We attach ourselves to contractually obligated familial units, strangers to whom we share no more connection than employees seeking to empower themselves by our unions. We bear children out of obligation to our executives who demand a constant workforce. We slave away in the vain hope that someday we too will be like those executives, till the day we die and our process burned and filed away as another tick on a human resource paperwork. We have built ourselves into a cold, unthinking, efficient machine, and in doing so have abandoned all the warmth humanity is capable of. I weep for us all. 14.4 already. This one is Sanjar and the betrayal of his truth. Another long one. I often recall my former friend who once sought to dismantle the corporations, as I still do. When he took ownership of our corporation, I held him in such contempt. I called him a coward, a betrayer. He was becoming the very thing we hated. Now I'm not so sure. Recently, I've come to accept that his heart was more closed than mine. I cannot expect every man to be able to open himself to the eternal truth as I have. Some are just not capable. And so it is a tragic thing. Tragic that he is weaker than I'd hoped, that he cannot fight for a cause. I can empathize with tragedy. Should the day come when the metal of our spirits clash against one another, that empathy will shield me from guilt. Like the board, he now stands across our path, arms crossed, stubbornly resistant to the eternal truth. Like the board, he spreads, nay, celebrates, the poison that cripples our society. Like the board, his stubbornness will only blind him to his inevitable fall. Tragic. Praise the sun. Oh my god, there's more. For someone who is so committed to the iconoclast way, I fear that Zora is slipping off the true path. More and more often, I fear her attachment to the materialism of our oppressors sways her decisions, more than the search for the guiding truth that will save us. She often tells me that our people are hungry. I agree. Their spirits long for fulfillment. Much more power than any pang of an empty gut. Teaching notes. Holy crap. I'm reading a book. Sounds like a tool. Some of the things have some merit behind them. I mean, obviously. There's grains of truth in almost everything. How you doing, Mal? Of all the things to motivate a person, finding freedom has been the most powerful. Many of them still remember being slaves to corporate structure. Recalling those painful memories lights their fire anew. A man from Fallbrook stopped on his way to Stellar Bay after thumbing through our pamphlet. He asked me how we can survive without money. I found an appropriate metaphor in gas masks. When clearing a mantisaur nest, we wear a mask to ward off poisonous fumes. Even after the nest is cleared, the fumes may remain for some time. Thus, we wear the mask until we are safe to breathe. Till the very last dregs of our poisonous corporation society are gone, the attachment to bits will remain. Though their use is uncomfortable, and though they stifle our spirit just as the masks are ill-fitting and limit our vision, we must persist with them till we can cast them aside. As our numbers grow, I find that more and more of our population turns to the written word of my pamphlets. I'm happy to continue making them, but I must find a more efficient way to print and distribute this reading material. I wonder if that old printing press might be convinced to run once more. Wouldn't that be something? To return to my duties as editor in a publication, only this time of my own control, and not stifled by the rules and regulations of style guides and grammar books. Nobody will tell me where to put a comma. I'll put them where they belong, as decreed by the eternal truth. This guy has some good points, but they're embedded very deeply in psychosis. Existing the universe. When I realized the truth of philosophism, I immediately wondered how I can be the first to recognize the poisonous spiral that has shaped our society. Then one day, I was talking to, of all people, Huxley. She once lamented that she'd like nothing more than a pet canid. I confess to know very little about animal behavior, as I am much more concerned with the animal that is mankind, but I stressed that I didn't think such a thing was possible. She let it go, but some weeks later, Zora reported the strangest thing, stories of a marauder or the canid follower. I don't know if it had been cited here or on Terra 2, but I immediately thought of Huxley and her reckless, wild imagination. I wonder if she had told other people, and if word had spread of the possibility until it wriggled its way into the mind of marauders somewhere. Ideas are insidious. If even a marauder, mindless husk that it is, can be convinced of an idea, there must be hope for the workers of this colony. Poisoned as they are against the eternal truth, if we can shout so loudly that the truth inches its way into the collective consciousness, I am confident it will spread to the rest of the cosmos. Fallout games? I have no idea. As you know, I'm blind to them. Expression of the truth. It is very difficult to face the eternal truth, that everything happens for a reason, that life and everything in it is the will of the cosmic consciousness, can be a terrifying one. There is an urge among us all to control the parameters of one's life. This urge is so powerful that it suppresses the eternal truth simply by existing. Mankind has not shed the weight of its own shackles, and so I find that spreading philosophism is unnecessarily difficult. But the universe cannot suppress it forever. Biology changes, creatures adapt and evolve. We overcome our urges for the better of our species. Someday, our minds will be born more open to this idea. Till then, I must not abandon hope. I feel like I'm preaching just by reading these. Hey, we finished. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment below. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking this button. It helps out a ton. And after all of that, be sure to check out the next video right up here. Of course, as always, thank you guys for watching.